corny kegs, we have two different styles. We've got ball lock and pin lock. A lot of what we've been selling in the past has been pin locks, but they are getting harder and harder to find with home brewing being as booming as it has been in the last couple years. The other thing is with the kegs is China and some of the other countries are buying them as scrap for stainless. So we're fighting with that market too. The primary difference between pin lock and ball lock is going to be just the fitting on the top. These are ball lock fittings. Ball locks work the same as what an air compressor fitting would. You pull up on the tab, push down, and then it snaps down in, and the balls will seat on this ridge right there. Pin locks work a little different. They've got pins sticking out of the side of the fitting, and as you can see in this fitting, this is a pin lock, that you're going to push down and give it a half twist to lock it on. And that's going to be the primary difference. The kegs are going to function the same, it's just the fittings on the top. The fittings are not interchangeable at this point. If you want to put a ball lock on a pin lock, they're not interchangeable at that point, as of right now. There may be something in the future. Sure.
Is there a difference or is there an advantage between one or the other?
It comes down to preference. I would say, primarily in the Midwest, a lot of people go after the ball locks because they've been so plentiful. Down south, where Coke is prevalent, Coke is a pin lock keg, Pepsi is ball lock. They're going to be a little easier to find down the south. I think we are one of the only companies in the Midwest that still carry ball lock kegs because they're so hard to find. So with that said, I'm going to hook up the fitting. And it snaps on there. It shouldn't be loose, shouldn't pop up. One thing to remember is the gas fitting will hook on to either side, the liquid post or the gas post. You want to make sure that it's on the inside, and all of the kegs have a stamping at the top that say in and out. And the other thing is that the liquid post on this side will only clip onto the liquid. It will not clip onto the CO2. So if you're having problems clicking that liquid post on, just go back and check to make sure you've got your fittings on the right side. So with that all hooked up, we can turn our regulator on. Notice the tank pressure has gone up and the line pressure has also gone up. Serving pressures on the kegs are going to vary depending on temperature of the beer, style of beer. There's a lot of dependence on there. So what I always recommend people doing is going onto the internet and downloading a carbonation serving pressure chart. It's a sliding chart that'll say this style beer, this temperature, and it'll give you the range on what this dial should read. This dial here is going to change our line pressure on that. So if I crank it in, it'll go up. If I crank it back, it'll go down. So we've got that all set on there. Next thing to hook up is going to be your some sort of dispensing, whether or not it's hooked up to a kegerator or picnic tap or anything else that you're going to dispense with. And that just clicks onto the top. Serving pressures are generally in the range of 6 to 10, sometimes get as high as 12, and that's how it's hooked up. If I can grab a glass here. This is just carbonated water in here now. As you can see, serving is fine.